Some prayers arrive as whispers, some as storms, and sometimes the answer looks nothing like the wish. Welcome to an incredibly exciting episode of Letter to Krishna. Today we hold three voices: the anxious student chasing numbers, the exhausted aspirant who has lost steam, and one person who learned the hard art of connecting the dots. Stay with us. Maybe the reply you need will find you in the space between two lines. The first letter reads: Dear Krishna, I am writing this letter with a heart full of hope and a mind full of dreams. I am studying in class 10 and my biggest wish is to score 98 plus in my board exams. I work very hard every day, but sometimes I feel scared and forget things easily, which makes me nervous. I seek your guidance and blessings to stay calm, focused, and confident. Please help me remember what I study. Give me the strength to work smartly and inspire me to never give up. Let me face my exams with courage and do my best. I promise to stay disciplined, work sincerely, and follow your teachings in my life. With your blessings, I hope I can achieve my dream and make my family and myself proud. Dear friend, I can feel your struggle with exam preparation. The exact guidance you need about finding strength is beautifully answered in today's letter to Krishna. Stay connected till the end. Your answers are waiting there. You ask for perfect marks. The answer begins not in the exam hall, but in the quiet hours you spend preparing. And this next letter shows how exhaustion hides a different lesson. Dear Krishna, you know I am preparing for a tough competition exam. Every day I try to give my best but can't reach my target. I am feeling very much tired and becoming hopeless day by day to be able to get a good rank. What should I do? How do I carry myself? I can't do it. Please guide me. Just stand beside me. Dear friend, your feelings of exhaustion and doubt are completely natural. The next letter to Krishna addresses exactly what you're going through and how to trust the process even in difficult times. Please watch till the end for the guidance you seek. When the body is tired and the heart thins, it's easy to forget why we started. The story that follows reminds us why the struggle may have been the map all along. Dear Krishna, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for never giving up on me when I had given up on myself. Thank you for seeing something in me that I couldn't see. And thank you for patiently crafting my story, even when I kept complaining about how it was going. I need to tell you about the boy I used to be. Until 7th grade, I was invisible. Teachers would look right through me. My report card was full of fail marks. And honestly, I felt like a complete failure. Everyone around me seemed so confident, so sure of their path, while I sat there wondering what was wrong with me. I remember holding my report card with tears in my eyes, asking you, Krishna, did you forget about me? Did you make a mistake? But then something incredible happened. You moved me to that hostel, and suddenly I was surrounded by kids who actually cared about studying. At first, I felt so out of place. These students were always asking questions I would have never thought of, spending their day buried in books and evenings playing games while I used to waste time. They had this fire in their eyes that I had never seen before, and slowly that fire started burning in me too. Not because I suddenly became brilliant, but because something changed. I had become more disciplined. For the first time, I did not think about the results, instead about learning. Yes, I started enjoying learning. It wasn't about being the smartest kid in the room anymore. It was about being willing to try. That hostel became my training ground, Krishna. You taught me what real discipline looks like. My grades started climbing, and when 10th grade results came out, I couldn't believe it. I was at the top. The same boy who used to hide his report cards had proven that transformation was possible. But you weren't done teaching me yet. Success went to my head. I thought I had cracked some secret formula, and I didn't need to work as hard anymore. 12th grade hit me like a truck. I barely passed. That failure stung badly, Krishna, but it taught me the most important lesson of my life. Discipline isn't something you achieve once and forget about. It is a choice you make every single day. The moment you stop choosing it, everything starts falling apart. Throughout college, I kept coming to you with my little wishes: better grades, easier exams, a perfect job handed to me on a platter. And whenever life got tough, I would get frustrated and ask, Krishna, why are you making everything so hard for me? Why can't you just give me what I want? But you stayed quiet, not because you didn't care, but because you knew something I was too blind to see. Now, years later, as I connect the dots of all these moments, I am overwhelmed by the truth. If you had given me everything I asked for back then, my life would have been so ordinary, so limited. Instead, you gave me experiences I never even dared to dream of. Every rejection was actually a redirection. Every closed door led me to a better path. Every struggle was building strength I didn't know I needed. Today, when I see students panicking over whether they scored 97% or 99%, my heart breaks for them. I see my younger self in their anxiety, in their belief that marks define their worth. I want to tell them what you have shown me. Marks are just numbers on paper. They are not your identity. They are not your destinations. When you fall in love with learning, not for grades, not for showing off, but for the pure joy of growing, magic happens. The results start taking care of themselves. They often exceed your wildest expectations because they become a natural outcome of genuine effort, not the desperate goal of anxious obsession. Krishna, thank you for teaching me that life isn't about demanding what I think I deserve, but about discovering what you have already planned for me. Thank you for every no that saved me from settling for less. Thank you for every delay that prepared me for something better. Thank you for every blessing that arrived exactly when I was ready to receive it. I finally understand what you mean in the Gita about having the right to action, but not to results. The results belong to you, your timing, your wisdom, your perfect plan. Today, Krishna, I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I have learned something invaluable: to trust you completely. I don't need to see the entire blueprint anymore. It's enough to know that you are the architect. Thank you for turning my failures into wisdom, my complaints into patience, and my struggles into unshakable strength. Thank you for writing a story far more beautiful than anything I could have imagined for myself. Forever grateful, your student in this incredible journey called life. Dear friend, thank you for reminding us that every unanswered why is often a not yet, turning into so much more. If this letter touched your heart the way it touched mine, please share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Remember, Krishna is writing your story too, and every struggle you're facing right now is just preparing you for something extraordinary. Do you have your own letter for Krishna? A question that's weighing on your heart? Send it to us at modernaimystic@gmail.com. Your letter could be featured in the next episode, and our reply might be exactly what you need to hear. Drop a comment below sharing your own journey. We would love to hear how Krishna has been guiding your path. Until next time, keep trusting the process and stay blessed. Hare Krishna and take care.